Then there's this, perhaps to be expected at this point, eBay officially rejecting Ryan Cohen's buyout offer. eBay's board saying it concluded the proposal is neither credible nor attractive. This was GameStop's CEO Ryan Cohen when he joined us to discuss that offer last Monday.
It's half cash, half stock.
I hear you. I'm just saying that math doesn't get you to the price that you're offering.
So, Brian, that's a pretty straightforward question. I don't get it. Like, where's the rest of the money coming from? Andrew laid it out pretty clearly.
I don't understand your question. We're offering half cash, half stock, and we have the ability to issue stock in order to get the deal done. But the full details of the offer are on our website.
But you're on our air. We thought we'd get.
So, but I don't understand your question.
And apparently the board of GameStop, or I should say of eBay, maybe didn't understand either. They do say and go on to say that, as we said before, not credible nor attractive. They say they've taken into account eBay's standalone prospects, the uncertainty regarding the financing proposal, the impact of your proposal on eBay's long-term growth and profitability, the leverage, operational risk, and leadership structure of a combined entity, the resulting implication of these factors on valuation, and GameStop's governance and executive incentives, something else we talked to Ryan Cohen about. I mean, I imagine this story, by the way, is not over. It is worth saying.
The ability to, we have the ability to issue stock. You know what they ought to do?
What's that?
For me, I'd buy NVIDIA. I would issue enough GameStop stock to buy a really incredible company why settle for eBay?
Go for it.
I mean, if you have the ability to issue stock that you can use as currency to buy a company, I'd rather have NVIDIA, wouldn't you?
I mean, the question is Ryan Cohen able to get enough? I mean, I've always wondered whether this is part of the thing. If he could get enough of the GameStop shareholders or sort of retail community to start buying eBay shares.
Which, by the way, he does own a stake.
Right. He owns about
a substantial stake.
But he owns a 5% stake, but nominally through all of these options and derivatives, not through actually genuine ownership, which then gets into a separate question of can he vote those shares? And how does that exactly work? I don't know. There was a whole bunch of people out there saying, well, he might have made a fortune off of eBay shares as a result of the pop. Mm-hmm. But if that's true, and there was a pop, briefly, we can go back and look at the stock. If he sold them in the immediate aftermath, well, not only does he not own any, then all of a sudden you'll have allegations about trying to manipulate the stock. Right. So it's a very complicated place to be at this moment. But, he clearly does seem to like eBay, and I wonder whether he'll be around the hoop for the foreseeable future, either making hay out of some of the governance problems that have existed, by the way. And he's not wrong, by the way. eBay has not been, the greatest performer in the history of performers. So, it could, arguably, you could shake that company up. You could do all sorts of things to that company. But I'm not sure this, at least as structured, is the answer.